Should you fight for her? That will be the topic of today's video. My name is Jared Mello, and this is Mello Mentoring. I normally make videos about relationships and dating, self-improvement, psychology, and supplements, so if that sounds interesting to you, please do subscribe. And also share my content with others that you think may find this interesting. Also, my book, Radical Self-Respect. So much in our lives boils down to radical self-respect. I finally got it in ebook form here, and I'm thinking about uploading it to Amazon on Monday. Woo! Very exciting. But on to today's video. Should you fight for her? What prompted this video was a guy I know. He reached out to me with a question about his relationship. And what had happened was his girlfriend came to him and said that she needs space, she wants some time to herself, etc. And they've been going out for a while. The guy is deeply in love with her, and he was having a really hard time figuring out what to do. He wanted to fight for her, and he was trying to, but it just wasn't getting him anywhere, right? And he lives close by to this girl, 5 minutes away. He's doing his best not to look at her social media, but he's so in love with her that he's having a hard time moving on and trying to date other people, even though he found out that she's on Tinder herself. And so I wanted to make a video here about what exactly is going on in this dynamic. This dynamic here is something I hear all the time from men. When men seem to kind of get off their purpose and mission in life a little bit and then start looking to their woman for approval too much, it always ends poorly. So once a woman says to us that they need space and they want some time to themselves, that's a cue to leave her alone, to work on our own lives, work on our own purpose and mission, and perhaps even start dating other women too. And hopefully we were dating other women before if we weren't in an exclusive relationship anyway. And so, but a lot of guys have the misconception that they need to do something when the woman says they need space and time. And that's the flawed thinking. We don't need to do anything in those times. It actually is more beneficial to do less. And so, whenever a woman were to say that to me, I go on some rules. And the rules are no contact. No contact no matter what. No calls, no texts, no nothing. She said she wants space and time, so let's give her some space and time. In the meantime, though, we don't just sit by the phone and wait for her to call or text. No. We go back to working on our own lives. We go back to seeking our purpose and mission and really kicking ass in our own life. So oftentimes what happens to guys is when they really start to care about a woman, they begin to become more feminine. And what I mean by that is they start acting more like the woman in the relationship. And they start chasing the woman and wanting to spend all their time with her. But they forget what women are really attracted to. Women are attracted to a dominant man who is assertive and has a purpose and a mission. A woman wants her man to be really into his purpose and mission. That's why we have to have our purpose and mission, something that really gets us excited. That's not the woman. Women love that in a man. And sometimes when guys start to care too much and like fall head over heels in love, they kind of slip up a little bit and start texting too much, smothering the woman, not letting the relationship breathe. And then that's when you hear the woman say things like, oh, I need some time. I need some space. And so if you're hearing that from a woman, you have messed up. Let's not make any bones about it here. You have messed up, but it's not uncoverable. We might be able to recover. The first step to recovering is going no contact. If and when the woman does reach out back to us, we can then, if we're still want to, of course, we can set up a date and time to see them, because assume that if she reaches out again, she wants to see you. So those are the rules. When a woman says she wants space and time, you give it to her. And then we use that time productively to work on our own purpose and mission in life. Have a life we love so much that women are clamoring to be a part of our awesome energy. Because a lot of this does come down to radical self-respect. When we practice radical self-respect, We know our time and attention is valuable. And we're not going to stoop to the levels of fighting and clawing and being desperate and needy to get back into a woman's life. No, when we radically respect ourselves, we don't do that. We know our value. It's like the old saying, know your worth, then add tax. Someone who acts needy and approval-seeking and desperate, they are not doing that. They are doing the opposite of that. So when we have something of value, such as our time and our attention, we need to act like it's valuable. We need to act like it's worthwhile to have. The only times I would say it's acceptable for a man to really fight for the woman is if he messed up by cheating or something along those lines, where the attraction is still there, but the guy just messed up by cheating. In that circumstance, you do need to grovel a little bit if you really want the woman back. You gotta kind of get on your hands and knees a little bit because you did mess up. But in the circumstance where she says she wants time and space, no. You don't grovel. You don't fight. You do nothing. You put it down, you work on your own life, and you don't contact her anymore. No contact. And if, say after a couple weeks, 3 weeks, a month, she reaches out to you, you try to set up a date and time to see her. It's really that simple. And a lot of guys, like I said, they have the misconception that they gotta fight. Oh no, she said she needs space and time. I should fight for her. I should do something. I need to do more. When it's really the opposite. They need to do less. They need to do less and work on their own lives and work on remaining emotionally independent in the next relationship so the same things don't happen, because you can't let your guard down. You really just can't. Like as a man, and this is going to be a topic for a whole nother video about why you can't let your guard down as a man, and we won't get into that today, but it's still true. So that's my video today. Again, if a woman says she needs space and time, let her have it. Walk away. Work on our own lives. Don't contact her unless she contacts us first. And set up a date if you're still into her at the end of that time. But remember to practice radical self-respect. So important. Our time and our attention is valuable. We need to act like it. So with that, I'd love to hear some comments below on what you think about this video, if you agree, disagree, etc. And with that, that's all I have for you today. Over and out.